first off, quit quantifying things as a dumb question. Please, for the love of God, you guys, y'all hear me talk. I don't get my words right. Imperfection, I do in spades. So listen, Linda, listen. There is no such thing as a dumb question. So, but it's about calculating my pips. I want to make sure I'm doing that correctly. The baby is down for her nap as well, so I can unmute. Come on up. Yeah, come on up, Laura.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I just had a question about calculating my pips because I understand like when I do a 0.04 lot size, that's 40 cents. And then like yesterday, 53.92 was my profit. So I calculated as 1,348 pips, but that's not correct, right?
So this is a tricky area, and I want to honor everybody involved. First off, there's a plethora of variations, and some people get really offended with this. It is not an easy to discuss topic. It's easy in theory, but it's hard in application because there are so many variations between brokers. Even countries on the same broker literally operate differently. Account sizes, pairs. So before we even answer that, we're going to have to ask you, what broker are you using?
Hugo's Way. It's definitely indices.
Okay, so let's stick with indices for that conversation and with this broker particularly. So let's go to an index. First thing I really want you to pay attention to the Swiss Army knife, if you would, please, because I'm going to find it. Where is it at? $10. So pip value. This pair is worth $10 per pip. Okay. So if you drag and drop your trade onto the chart and you measure from where you enter and where you get out, this middle number that you see in the center of my, you see that in my crosshairs?
Just hold still, Jenny. I will circle it.
There you go. That middle number is in points. First, let's define that. Jenny did not create that definition. Scott did not create that definition. And unfortunately, it does vary between broker to broker. But that's the definition we are using. Okay. So those are points. Now we've defined that so far. And a pip is literally, it's 10% of points. So if this says 390 or 309.05, that means this move is 390 pips. That's what this is. So if you see 4 digits there, you're dropping the last digit. It's 10% of the points. So to define what a pip is, ready? We don't get to make that decision. We're trying to do math based off of how much we make and earn. And the only thing we can do is be at the broker's discretion. So with that said, this is 390 pips. Okay, so we've defined the broker, we've defined the pip. Now, unfortunately, we have to go even further because watch this. Gold is worth $10 per pip. NAS.
Also $10 a pip.
$10 per pip. But wait, there's more. German 30.
There's always more.
Right? Which is also an index, is worth $10.70 per pip. So when you see this middle number, it is not worth the same per pip. So this moved 3,200-ish, 290 pips, but this is worth a different amount. Okay?
And that number changes. And the reason that it's different is because it's not priced in US dollars, it's priced in euros.
Okay.
And so that exchange rate is constantly changing.
I'm going to go further. Now we're on, again, another index, which we all think is very expensive. Check out the value of this pip. Okay.
23.
There you go. So looky, the pip, we're not defining it. The broker defines that. So this is 16,000 points, which means this is 1,622 pips. Got it? So we have to go off of the broker. We don't get to define that. Now, having said that, we've defined what the value is and we define the pip. So notice that if I click around and just to further this a little bit, UK 100, very slow moving index, but look at the value of this, much higher. And before I go any further, watch silver.
It's priced in British pounds.
Silver is $50 per pip. So this does not move very many pips, but it is 5 times more expensive.
Wow. Now, the reason for that is that it is priced in US dollars. However, the lot size is different. And that's defined by the broker.
Hold on real quick. Oh, there, I knew there was a crypto. Check out this one. So this is worth how many dollars per pip, you guys? Per standard. So this is 1.0 of a lot size. This is worth $100 per pip if you're trading a standard lot size. So this has been literally a pretty sticky topic between admins and people that I do respect. So remember, I'm just going to say this all very point blank. Jenny is not defining that. Scott doesn't even get the blame. Here's the reality. We trade on Hugo's Way mostly for class purposes. So we're using this as our foundation. We have to define something. So we are using the broker's definition of a PIP, which remember, just to define it. And then we're going to go to you, Laura. So this is 2,213 points. We're dropping the last digit, right? That is 221 pips. I don't get to create the definition. It is already created. The value is also going to be a huge deal. So now that we've defined the broker and how every pair is different, so you can't dare say, hey, if you do a 0.01 and you do this much per, trade, you're going to make this much. That's not accurate. No matter, unless you only traded US dollar pairs and you never traded euro. Where's the other one? Euro GBP, which also has a higher value. Look at this. This is $12 per pip.
Because it's priced in pounds.
NAS versus NZD is only $7 per pip.
Which
So
is CAD.
there you go.
I'd assume it's based on, how can I say, like the base currency, like USD would be USD, NZD would be New Zealand.
Yeah, but it's the quote currency, which is the second currency.
So, yeah, similar to crypto. Crypto has their base currency.
Okay. So now that we've defined, well, I'm going to get to Laura, guys. So I'm going to
actually just let's get those definitions right, because the base currency is the first one and the quote currency is the second one. And what you're saying is that the base currency is what you are buying or selling if you buy or sell. And then you're buying or selling with the pricing in Canadian dollars in this case.
Oh, okay. That's opposite than crypto. Then crypto, the base currency is the second one.
Well,
yeah.
Well, here, if we do cryptos, like we have Neo USD.
Yeah, it's USD.
Yeah, it's priced in USD.
Yeah. Or if it were like Neo BTC, the base currency would be BTC.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's opposite.
Okay, now there's another thing, because there are some brokers and things that have way different way of looking at things. And so you'll have things that have no information after the decimal point. So what do we call a pip? So Jenny, if you hit the I key, I'm showing here what is the pip size and what is the tick size.
And so I'm going to take over this part real quick, guys. So listen, every broker is different and it's annoying. So let me just own my own part. It's frustrating because you're trying to teach people and you're trying to, do the best you can by people, not necessarily powers that be, but by people. Here's the reality. This is going to vary based off of your broker. Unfortunately, brokers, unless you dig for this information, it's not always readily available. And if you don't understand it, you're fishing in the dark. Sorry for the Southern expression there, but there you go. You need to know this based off of you. And I can't decide that for you. I can't teach on that. Scott can't, tell you the ATM control on that. You need this information. And if you don't go get this information, you're not doing your part in your trading journey. So I'm going to leave it at that because we're not going to go into all the various brokers. We would talk for hours. We have to stay true to some level of teaching point. No matter what broker you're on, the information that tracks is this. You need to know the value of a pip, okay, how they do their contract size, and this number in between. So this pip, these points, remember, you're always dropping the last digit. So every broker is going to be different. If I pull up AFX, even that's different. And I use a couple different brokers.